Well, hello, this is Rosa, our Central Creations. How you doing? Bringing you today a tilapia fish broccoli bake. Something totally different. What you do is you get a 9 by 13 baking dish, spray it, do yourself a huge favor, get a clean wash rag, and wipe the edges of it, because as the overspray bakes this, it makes this hard to clean. So what you want to do is, just got these out of my freezer not too long ago. And I'm okay with the ice when it melts. I'm good to go with that. Because you're going to lay all your broccoli down. On the bottom of the skillet, whatever it is that you have. Use it, but let me give you the full measurement. So you use about 1.5 pounds of the fish, 4 cups of broccoli florets, 1 cup of heavy cream, shredded cheddar cheese, about 1.5 cups, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Since I'm going to have a little bit more broccoli than what the recipe calls for, because it's really time for me to use up. I just dropped one. Use this broccoli before it starts to get in the freezer burn. So I'm going to use as much as I can. So I'm going to add this. I'm going to modify the recipe a little bit based on the broccoli that I have. And when you're doing your own cooking, guess what? That's what you get to do. It's your kitchen. I didn't grow any broccoli this year. I might do some. I have to look it up to find out when I can plant broccoli, so I'd have some fresh broccoli, because we're eating more and more veggies now. And I have got some more veggies in the garden right now. In fact, my lettuce, my kale, and spinach is ready to be harvested. I may do that while this is baking and have a salad to go with it. I may not. I don't know. Today's a bad day medical-wise. I'm in a lot of pain. But you know what it is, and you make do with what you got. Okay. There's very little left. Let me see if I can squeeze a little bit more in here. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to overcrowd it, because I am going to have a lot of fish. I'll just save that. Oh, let me grab a towel, because I didn't grab it. I'm just going to grab a paper napkin. Let me show you. We got the little Toomey thing that I ordered. I put it in one of my Temu hauls, and that's a 5-tier. It's on wheels and it's got locks, but perfect spot for me to get everything. If you notice, I took all my stuff off the table, so all that's been moved around. Okay, so let's get to mixing. Okay, we're going to use about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to go a little bit generous, but that's the last of my black pepper. It's been on my grocery list, and I keep on forgetting to buy it, so the last 2 times. I got one other container there, and I've got one of my instant containers that have pepper in it, but I keep on forgetting to buy it, because I need to refill that. And this is my pink salt. And because of the humidity, it gets hard. But you just get a spoon in there. And okay, how much salt do I need? 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, that's close enough. These are those ball wooden mason jar lids. Excuse me. And they make them in the regular and the wide mouth size. I need to order some more of the wide mouth. I need like maybe 4 more of the regular mouth, and I need like 12 I counted today of the wide mouth. You know, we'll get it when we get it. Okay, how much garlic? 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then paprika. I had like 5 or 6 cans of paprika. So I put them all together into one, and you see that's why there's different colors, because each manufacturer makes a different color. I guess it's the quality of the pepper. I really don't know, but I'm assuming that's what that is. Okay, paprika, we need 1/2 teaspoon. And y'all know we like a little kick, a little spice. So I just went a little bit over, and we're good to go. Mix those together. My oven's on 375. Yeah, preheat your oven to 375. You grease a 9x13" baking dish. Excuse me, that pepper's getting to me. And then you lay down your broccoli, and then we're going to lay our fish on top of that, and then we're going to overlap it with this cream sauce that I'm getting ready to make. So it asks for 1 cup cream, this is about a little bit more than 1 cup of heavy cream. Let me save some in case I need to add more to it. Just mix all that up. And the bottle's ready. There we go. Okay, place the fish on top, and I'll go with the heavy cream and all the seasonings. We did that already. Pour the cream mixture over the fish and the broccoli, making sure to cut all the surfaces. Sprinkle the cheddar cheese on top, and then bake it in bake uncovered for 25 to 30 minutes, or until the cheese is golden brown and bubbly and the fish flakes easily with a fork. Fish, when you bake it, usually only takes like maybe 7, 10, maybe 12 minutes, depending on what kind of fish you've got and how thick they are. So, let's get the fish. I went ahead and got my fish out of the freezer last night. Let's move my recipe over out of the way. Let's move that out of the way. It's so nice having a little bit extra room over here, since I got a tiny little galley kitchen. But it is what it is. We're going to do 1, 2, 3. This is not cod, this is tilapia. 4. And we're going to do, because I went ahead and got all this out. We're going to do all that fish. Last time when I did this, the vacuum sealed bag was awful snug, and it wouldn't let me open to take the fish out. And they sealed it right snug to the size of the shape of the fish. Okay, so I'll lay that right there. Let's grab another one. I'm going to continue to do the rest. I'm going to do this off camera, and I'll bring you back, because all I'm doing is opening the fish and sticking it on the casserole dish. So let me angle you a little bit more over that way. We'll bring you right back. Okay, we're back. And I laid them all. Perfect fit. And now let's get to pouring this on top of all the fish. Let's see, we can make sure I don't need to add anything more to it. Okay, we've got the fish, the broccoli, the heavy cream, the cheddar cheese that goes on top, garlic powder. No, nothing else. It didn't say to add any water or anything to it. Get all those spices. And let's dribble it on. If you can, try to get yourself a bowl that has a spout to it. So you can do this. And make sure that every piece of the fish has got some cream sauce on it. And of course, as it bakes, the broccoli, especially the frozen broccoli, it's going to thaw out, so it's going to add some liquid to it in the bottom of the dish. Because remember, you're baking this uncovered. I should go get a spatula, but this is the last of it. I'm good. I'm a pretty good scraper. You know, we have such little left. I'm going to use the rest of this. It's very, very little left. I'm going to use the rest of this. And this is the Mexican heavy cream. It's called Nortenita Creamy Mexican Blend. Hubby and I found it by mistake at our Kroger fruit shop at our grocery store. And we love it. I actually prefer that over the regular grocery store heavy cream. And I like it that it's in a glass jar. It's a small size, so it's just me and him. I don't have to worry about getting a big container. And you can freeze it, but I've never frozen it and thawed it out, so I don't know what the texture tastes like. Because I know some things, after you freeze it, I'm pouring this inside the broccoli part. So it gets a lot of cream in there. Some creams, they don't do very well after they're frozen. Ask me how I know that. Okay, and you're not going to have to taste that. Oh man, that's yummy, 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 yummy. That's going to be some good flavor. Yep, yep, yep. I did have one little spill drop, but that's okay. Now it's going to go in the oven for 25-30 minutes. We'll bring you back when we come and do the taste test. All right, let's take it out of the oven and see what it looks like. Timer went off. Oh, yummy. And it's definitely, look at that. Oh, turn the oven off. Let's get a fork and a plate. Gonna let it rest a minute. You know, let me get a big spoon. I'm gonna use a big spoon. Got a plate for hubby, plate for me. He's got a fork, I got a fork. And let's move you around so you can see. Now we can do the taste test. Okay. Let's move you around. Okay. Now, grab a plate. It did not make a whole lot of juices. There is some in the bottom. But the biggest thing is the fish cooked. Now, look how pretty that is. Look at the other side. First of all, let's make sure it's cooked. The fish needs to be nice and flaky. The broccoli needs to be soft. Oh no, broccoli could cook some more. It's a little firm for my taste. Let's see if the fish is done. Oh, wait, nope. Let's put this back in the oven. Let me turn my oven back on. It said cook anywhere from 25-30 minutes. I did 20, and that's not enough time. The fish definitely is not ready. Okay. I'll wash that. Let's put this back in the oven. And then we'll set the timer for 10 more minutes. because it definitely got at least 7 more minutes for the fish to get done. Now broccoli was not hard, but it wasn't really soft either. Now, hubby and I like our broccoli soft, so we'll bring you back. We're gonna do another. We'll bring you right back. Okay, well let's see if it's ready. I gave it an extra, I think it was 12 minutes. Okay, it's nice and golden on top. I think it is ready now. I'm not going to turn my oven off just in case. Let me get this one piece I had before. Oh yeah, that's what it needed. So I would recommend, well again it depends on your stove and how much, or if it's frozen or fresh broccoli you used. But it's definitely soft. Very, very cheesy. I'm going to let mine cool for just a minute. Then we'll do the taste test. And then I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. I grab a plate for hubby, because it's very, very hot. Well, you know what? Let me just double check it. Is that fish flaky? Oh yeah, fish is definitely flaky. I'll show you a picture. Oh, I'm losing my toppings. There we go. See that? Let's leave this over here for hubby. Let his cool off a minute. And then let's do... Here's mine. See that? It is nice and flaky. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, that fish is good. Cooked perfectly. We'll do a piece of the broccoli. Yeah, broccoli. It is broccoli. It's a little too hot. Let me get a smaller piece. Let's get a piece of the fish, piece of the cheese. You can definitely taste the flavors. You can taste, I would definitely add a little bit more pepper to it and more garlic powder. That's what I would do. But then, those are my two favorite spices, so. Definite. This is going to go in our dinner rotation. And I would say this is a definite win-win on baked broccoli fish casserole. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.